Hi there guys, hopefully you're all doing well. Today we're going to be looking at a problem on this Giulietta. This is one I've just bought from auction. It's a Facelift Giulietta 1.4 150 brake multi-air. So it seems to be in reasonably good condition. We've got some service history with it, and it's just got a few little knocks on the underside, mainly from the driver's side rear. Other than it being a little dirty from where it's been in storage, because it has been in storage for a few weeks because I've not had a chance to look at it yet. But it does drive really nice, other than a knocking from this back wheel. And if you can see, that wheel's kicking right out and in. So I need to have a look at that and find out what is going on. But everything's all neat and tidy in there. In the boot we've got some floor mats, but we are missing a parcel shelf. As you can see, this wheel on this side perfectly fine and straight, but this side it's definitely kicking in. So that's the main reason why we're going to get it on the ramp and see if we can sort it. I have ordered a part just in case I know what it is, but let's go over the next side. A little bit of a dent on the door there, but it's a sprint version. It's got nice enough alloy wheels and it's all present, tidy, and looks good. So under the bonnet we've got the 150 brake multi-air engine. Everything appears to be okay, other than being a little bit dirty. Let's check the oil. That's reasonably clean. Coolant looks okay. Brake fluid looks fine. So let's get it on the ramp and check the rest of it over and have a look at that rear corner and see what is causing that wheel to kick in. Well, that's not very good, is it? That tyre is extremely bald, and the reason that's probably gone bald is because of the rear being so out. So I've had a good look round it off camera, and I can't see anything major that's wrong with it, and a bit of water's just dropped right in my eye. Other than this bush is extremely wonky, so I think that's definitely failed. That could be the reason it knocks the rear arm out, but if it's had a whack on a curb, it can bend this rear arm as well. But what I've done already is I've ordered another rear arm, because I know what these bushes are like to change, and they're expensive to replace and buy the aftermarket Powerflex ones. So I've bought a used hub, and we're going to pop that on and see if that cues it. So in order to remove it, we've got two bolts holding that on there. One holding the suspension on, one holding this to the hub. There's the anti-roll bar link, and there's an arm at the top, so let's get cracking with that. And I think therein does lie the problem. It's had a bit of a knock, that has, and it's made that bend. You see this one versus, try and get them the same angle. You see that one there, and then that one there is well and truly bent. Right, let's pop this tyre on and see if it's any better. Instantly looks better. let's lower it down. Now that looks a lot better. Obviously the wheel alignment is going to need to be done, so we're going to do that once we've got some new tyres on it. Alright, let's just take it round the corner. I'm not taking it far because it does need some tyres. Well, the banging has completely gone, so that's a good sign. Didn't really notice anything in the way it drove. It drove quite nice, to be honest. It was just that banging that we had at the back, but that has now totally gone. And I need to do my tyre pressures because it seems like it's sounds like there's one low. As we know the outside isn't too bad, let's have a look underneath now. It's up in the air. Now I have done some work on this off camera for the MOT fails. It failed on the anti-roll bar links, and there was also an oil leak on the engine which had actually sorted before it went in for the MOT, but there was still some residual oil on the underside of the engine, so he did put an advisory saying there was an oil leak, but it had already been sorted. So yeah, we've had new anti-roll bar links each side. The underside of the body is all good still. There's no rust. See down the back here, a lot of the Giuliettas are starting to rust loads. There's a little bit coming through there, but nothing major at all. The rest of the floor pan I'm not even going to bother looking at because I just don't rust. Front subframe is rust free. There is some oil and water underneath on the engine under tray from where I have done the water pump change today, and the residual oil that was there. I said a minute about. The residual oil underneath that I said about a minute ago. We've put 4 brand new tyres on it because all the tyres were pretty much knackered. Well, 3 of them were beyond MOTable, so I had to put those on before I took it for an MOT. So it is mechanically sound underneath, it needs for nothing. So yeah, the front bumper is all fine. We've got a decent badge on the front, the grille is all okay. There's no dinks or dents or scrapes on the front bumper. This side is pretty much more of the same story, but there is a little dink down, I'm stuck, but there is a little dink down here. The rest of it is all fine. Alloy wheels do have some curb marks, unfortunately. They're not brilliant, but they do have new tyres. So if you can see a bit down there, you can see we've had a new cam belt and water pump fitted and a new tensioner. We are now taking out the multi-air filter so we can have a look at how dirty it is and give it a clean out. It can get quite messy under there, so it is handy to have a rag on duty to mop up all the oil which drips out once you take it off and you put it back in. And then give it a little spray with some carb cleaner when you're done, just to clean the area up. But yeah, as you can see, that multi-air filter was rather dirty. It didn't need replacing, it just needed cleaning out. Use loads of brake cleaner inside and outside the filter, make sure all the debris is gone. If some of the debris isn't removing or it's stubborn and it won't come off, you will need to put a new multi-air filter in. They're about £30–40. We're doing the oil filter, again use a little rag down there because you will make a mess, because unfortunately the way these things are designed, they do tend to have a lot of oil in them still when you take the old oil filter out. So it can make a bit of a mess. But we were quite lucky with that one, and we didn't make any mess at all. But that is the state of the old oil filter, nothing particularly wrong with it, just due a change to be honest. So new one fitted. Luckily the under tray had actually broken in quite a convenient way, so it was still held on by 3 bolts, but you didn't have to unscrew all of it to get the air filter changed, so it is quite handy when somebody's broken it before you get there. But yeah, quick and easy to change. Again, air filter needed doing, so a nice fresh one fitted. And now we are just doing the last bit, putting some oil in it. Just letting it run for a few seconds so I can let the oil circulate around the engine. I'll then let it sit again and then check the oil level and top up if necessary. So service is all complete. I'll do a few other little checks and bits and reset the service light off camera, but that is another car pretty much all ready to go. We just need to get it outside, give it a tart up, take some photos, and then we can put it up for sale. So quite a quick and simple one to do, nothing overly complicated to do here. It's anything you could do on your drive at home. So here it is, all finished, all clean, not a bad looking car in white to be honest. These Facelift Giuliettas are one of my favourites out of all of them because they did seem to fix a few of the niggles that the Giulietta had in its early generation. So it's all finished, it's going to be for sale on Facebook Marketplace I think 4.5 is an acceptable price for it because it's had a cam belt, water pump, service, a few other bits and bobs, 4 tyres. So you're getting a lot of car for your money, and they are damn reliable. So if you are interested, get in contact with me. I will leave some details down below where you can contact me by phone, email or text message. If you have any questions, please let me know, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.